The internet search engine, in essence, will do one simple task: find what you are looking for. But every company wants to make money. It's what they do, and how firms like Google, Yahoo, and Bing allegedly fail to do anything about the more objectionable material that shows up and allows them to cash in. That's the thing that has some people fuming, and maybe should have a few more people up in arms as well. Let's dig in with editor of the Heartland Institute, a veteran nonprofit think tank. That's job is to look a lot deeper into matters such as these. He's published across the streams, has spent several months investigating the issue profiting from videos of sexual assault. Welcome Justin Haskins into the Hardline. Now, the story that you wrote talks about thousands of videos of women being sexually assaulted used by websites such as Google, Yahoo, and Microsoft's Bing. Let me go ahead and play devil's advocate here. These are search engines, and they go out there and they are set to look for something either by words, certain metadata, whatever. So can they really be held responsible for what somebody else posts and reposts maybe hundreds of times if the words and the data is there that they're simply searching for?
Right, that's a great question. The issue isn't, are they the most responsible? The most responsible people are obviously the criminals who post these videos in the first place and the pornographic sites that host them. But I think there is a degree of responsibility here because, quite frankly, these are the most powerful websites in the world. And if we're going to give them that kind of power, then they need to use it responsibly. And in the past, when there's been issues dealing with child pornography and things of that nature, everybody has done a really good job of making sure that those kinds of videos are not accessed by the wider public because of how egregious they are. Well, these things are along those same lines.
Is it clear that the search engines know exactly what's coming up and they know the vile nature of these videos?
They absolutely do, not only because they are these videos are found at the top of search results, but also because I informed them. 3 or 4 months ago, I reached out to both to all three of the major search engines, Google, Yahoo, and Bing, and only Microsoft had extended conversations with me, all off the record. But there has been no change in policy. What was their answer?
Was their answer that yes, we can do something about it, or our hands are tied?
Essentially, what I was told was that they were going to run it up the ladder and that they were going to see if there was something that they could do about it, but that there were no promises. And since then, nothing has changed. The videos I identified 3 or 4 months ago are still posted. They're still up there, and millions of people are still seeing these videos.
Now, we're still not clear, and you pointed this out in the story, whether or not this is a violation of federal or international law to display the videos or images, correct?
Correct. I'm not sure. From the legal experts that I've spoken with briefly about this, my understanding is that there isn't much legal recourse here because a lot of these videos are hosted by websites on servers that are outside of the country. So there isn't much that domestic law enforcement can do here.
But is it then not part and parcel then if these companies are finding them, if they're using certain data to then tell people that they're there, shouldn't they be doing something maybe to help law enforcement globally to find these people, to root them out, and to stop this?
Absolutely, and that's really one of the very few things that I'm calling for is for them to work better with law enforcement to stop these videos. There's really no evidence that they're not working with law enforcement, and it's hard to say what law enforcement is trying to do to stop these videos. Again, there aren't a whole lot of domestic laws that are being broken here simply because the servers exist overseas in many cases. But I don't even think that they need to use law enforcement to stop this. If they simply enforce their own terms of use that they have already in existence, this would go away. And all they would have to do is tell these websites, look, if we find it, we'll give you 30 days to clean this stuff up. If we find any more videos indexed on our sites in 30 days, your website's banned. Lifetime ban, and that would.
It's a great idea. I mean, they certainly have the power to do this. They certainly have done it with a lot of other people when it comes down to things that are a lot less disastrous than this. People should be aware of it. Let the search engines know, and the search engines need to do their part to root out these criminals every single day. Justin Haskins, fine article. Thanks so much for joining us. And that will do it for this shortened edition of the Hardline. Shortened for a good reason, too, because the Republicans are debating tonight, and it's time to hear what they have to say, and if indeed we start to see some separation between all of these various candidates. Stay tuned. Coming up next, our post-debate special guest Sarah Palin, hosted by Steve Malzberg in New York. The entire team will be there and break it down. Stay right here. You'll get all you need to know post-debate. Rock on, true believers. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you for a full 60-minute version of the Hardline tomorrow night right here.